Hello, my friends. How are you? It's so good that you came to visit today. So it's cloudy outside, a little rainy, baby rain, very soft rain. But I think this afternoon, and I see it coming, the sun is coming out. So we might be able to get outside for a walk this afternoon. So I have a question for you. Do you remember when we talked about patterns in our classroom? And we made patterns. We made patterns with beads. We made patterns with bananas and grapes. I hear a couple of you say, I remember. Well, Miss M. Shirt also has a pattern. I see a couple of you looking around at people in your household. Miss M. Shirt goes purple, white, blue, white, yellow, white, green, white, and then it starts all over again. Purple, white, blue, white, yellow, white, green, white, and then it does it again. So after every color comes the color white. That is a pattern. That is a more complex pattern. It's not as easy as when we line up our manipulative bears and they go green bear, yellow bear, green bear, yellow bear. Miss M's pattern is a little bit complex. That's what we call it. It's a little complex. So when we read the book, Fry Bread, do you remember there was somebody we noticed a pattern? Yes, the baby. The baby had a pattern. Let me put our book up. And his pattern is what on his pajamas? Yes, it's blue, white, blue, white, blue, white. He has a pattern on his pajamas. But we find patterns not just on clothes. We find them all over the place. Like when you're walking down the sidewalk and it's smooth and there's a crack, and then it's smooth and there's a crack, that's a pattern. Smooth crack, smooth crack, smooth crack. That's a pattern. So we can find patterns almost anywhere, but today we're going to look in our book, Fry Bread. So you're not going to see Miss M. You're only going to see my voice because I'm going to move the camera so you can see one of the illustrations in the book, Fry Bread. Do you remember what the illustrations are? Yes, it's the pictures. It's the pictures. Let me move our camera here. There we go. So when we look at the children, yes, there's the baby with the blue-white pattern. Do you see anybody else with a pattern? Oh, yes, the little girl holding the baby has a pattern. And what's her pattern? Red, white, red, white, red, white. Yes, and that's a simple pattern. We can see that pattern very easily. What about this little person? Do they have a pattern? Yes, they do, but it's like Miss M's shirt. It's called a complex pattern because it goes dark blue, light blue, white, light blue, dark blue. But then it does it again. Light blue, white, light blue, dark. So it's a little bit harder to see, but there is a pattern on that shirt. Do you see any other patterns? I see one more in this picture. You finally see it, don't you? The little boy with the orange. I heard a couple people say, I think I see it. Yes, his sleeves on his shirt have a pattern. Orange, white, blue, orange. And then it's over here. Orange, white, blue, orange. It doesn't go his whole shirt. It's just on his sleeves. But that is a pattern. Do we see any others? Oh, I see a pattern. Do you see it? I heard somebody say it. Say it again. Yes, on the bowl there is a pattern. Flower dot, flower dot, flower dot, flower dot. That is definitely a pattern. So let's go back to our baby. Do we see another pattern other than his pajamas? I know it's a little bit harder, but let's see. Look here. We have a line, a red line. Well, we have white line, red line, white line, and then brown triangles, and then diamonds. Look up here. White line, white line, brown triangles, and then diamonds. And then after them, there's both a squiggly line on the top and the bottom. And then more white, and there's a red line. They are identical. So there is a pattern on the bottom and the top of the blanket. I'm wondering, when you look around your house, do you see patterns? Are there patterns in your house? Maybe somebody in your house is wearing some clothing like Miss M that has a pattern, or maybe there's a pattern on the rug on the floor, or if you don't have a rug on the floor, maybe on the actual floor there's tiles, squares, and those squares have a pattern. We can find patterns almost anywhere we look. But remember, they don't have to be lines. They can be like that bowl where it was flower dot, or like our bears where it's just blue bear, yellow bear, blue bear, yellow bear. So during the rest of your day, inside or outside, look for some patterns, okay? And every time you think you see one, you say to your adult person, I found a pattern! And have them come look at the pattern you found. And you tell them what that pattern is, okay? And they'll like seeing the patterns you find.